I'm back here again. I don't even know what round I'm on. I'm pretty sure this is... Let's see... this is round 3. It really isn't hopeless, is it? Isn't it? No. Come on, Stalin. Hey! Any moment now. Remember those speeches you rehearsed? Don't just stand there again. Your indecisiveness is what causes Sayori to die to begin with. I see Sayori run up to me, gasping for air. I managed to catch up to you. Showtime. I have to make this count. Yes. Yes, you did. Sayori, I need to get something off my chest before we go. What is it? I know you plan to kill yourself next week. I'm not joking, Sayori. Now come with me. Stop worrying, now come on. But... I don't care. Let's go. Let's go. I practically dragged Sayori with me to the institution. Alright, now this is a based MC. Based MC, man. Don't give a shit. This is pretty much how I would do it. Yeah, damn indeed. Stalin, what's going on? You know exactly what's going on. You're going to kill yourself next week. And I'm going to stop you. Sayori seems about ready to run off until I firmly plant my hand on her shoulder. You're not going to weasel your way out of this. Not this time. Not for the 4th time. Where is all this coming from? When the rain clouds pass, I'll tell. Stalin. The rest of the walk was quiet. I know she's devastated on the inside, but it's necessary. She'll feel better soon. I will make it so, even if it kills me. We're almost there. We arrive at Qingqinghongji Station. The receptionist greets us. It's like, wait, this is a hospital? Oh yeah, that does say pharmacy up there, although it's in like very small print. You ready, Sayori? Do I have a choice? Fate doesn't give us a choice. We have to do this. How can I help you? My friend here is having a great deal of trouble. She's been having extremely bad suicidal tendencies. No amount of reasoning or help so far has been helping. So we're here. We'll get a doctor right away. In the meantime, please fill out this form. I sit down with Sayori by my side. I fill out most of her form for her. Once I finish, I hand it back to the receptionist. It isn't long before a doctor comes to see her. I, of course, accompany her. The 3 of us discuss her condition for hours. Well, after examining Miss Sayori, I believe the best course of action would be for her to be admitted to this facility immediately. But... I will contact your school and tell them the situation. Bruh. It's like, bruh, they don't even waste any time, man. It's like, fuck you, you're going to the psych ward. You're going to the Animatini Asylum ASAP. It's like, if she somehow dies in the hospital, then I'm done with this mod. You know this mod. You know what's going to happen. She's probably going to die in the hospital. Also, as I said earlier, I go into the mod assets folder, or usually I have like a mod assets RPA file. I extract that make it into a folder, and then I go through the assets and usually make the thumbnails. And I saw some pretty interesting things in the mod assets. I'm just telling you that much. So yeah, I feel like shit's about to get wild. We have a program here for students like you. What about my club? I'll take care of it tomorrow. Then I'll come see you. Okay. Let's focus on getting better, Sayori. A nurse will take you to your room momentarily. So this is it? What's that? What assets did I find? I'm not gonna tell you. I was like, although like we saw like the censored nude Sayori one, the one I used in the thumbnail, like pretty much like what I used in the thumbnail is like besides the Will Smith image that was in the mod assets folder. Pretty much every like custom asset you've seen so far, like the backgrounds and stuff, that was in there. But I'm not gonna like spoil what was in there because as I said, I saw some pretty freaky shit, and it would be kind of wrong to spoil it here. So this is it. Yes, I promise to come visit you every day. Okay. The door opens from behind. A nurse walks in and calls for Sayori. It's time. It's rewind time! Oh man, I wish. So, this is where I'll be staying. It's like, bro, they have nothing. It's like, wait a second. It's like, is that a chair? No! It's like, no, too dangerous. Get that chair out of there. Wait, is that a bed? Oh, get that out of there. Get that desk out of there too. That camera, that has to be up there higher. She can reach that. That light switch? No, can't have the light switch in there either. Lights be on all the time. They're literally, it's like, wait, these walls aren't padded? It's like, bruh, there's so many ways she could kill herself in this one room. It's like, bruh, this is a danger. Yes, this will be your room until your release. I'll give you a moment to say goodbye and get accustomed to your new quarters. Don't forget to get changed into your uniform. It's like, bro, you get your own uniform for being a mental patient at the animated asylum. Uniform? All patients get a uniform to wear during their time here. Oh, okay. Is there anything I could get you from your house? I would advise you don't do that. It's part of our regulations here. I mean, the fact that we're even giving her a bed, a chair, and a desk is already dangerous enough. Yeah, she's definitely gonna die somehow. Yeah, of course. She has to die. Otherwise, because I'm pretty sure we go through this like 4 or 5 times just from like from what I read in the Reddit comments when dudes talking about this. Probably even more times than that. I honestly don't know. But it's definitely more than 3. We have had a number of patients try to harm themselves with simple household objects. Dude, there's a chair in here. That's a household object. Can I at least bring her homework from school? Our student program will take care of that. What can I do? Give her the support she needs. But also go home and get some rest, you fucking loser. You fucking Reddit mod. Neck, beard, fedora, tip, and have an ass. I can tell this is also stressful for you. You know, not being able to ban people on Reddit all day long. I guess this is goodbye. If I'm gonna be gone for a long while, I should give you these. Sayori hands me her house keys. Pog. Despite how angry she is, there's still a part of her that needs me. I'll see you soon. I give Sayori a hug before departing. Wait, is that a window? No! That's too dangerous. As I walk out of the facility, I smile, for the first time in a long while. I think I finally did it. No, don't get too comfortable just yet. I have to wait until Monday to see for sure. In the meantime, I should look over the club and her house for her. I make it back home and set both of our bags down before I walk over to the couch and crash. Now I have a moment to collect my thoughts. Hope what I'm doing is the right thing. I don't know how much more I can take of this. I guess only time will tell. Well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's like being able to relive the same week every single day pretty much guarantees that you will have no consequences in life. So, honestly, that would actually be kind of impressive. That'd be kind of amazing. It's like, bro, you could literally wake up, like, He wakes up on Monday at the festival. He wakes back up as the last Tuesday. It's like, bro, you could literally just fuck off and do whatever you want for a week just to go back to Monday again and just do it all over again. It's like, bro, you don't even have to give a shit about Sayori. It's Monday, the day of the festival. Of all days, I would be expecting Sayori to be up and about. But, of course, she's at the Anime Titty Asylum. And I haven't heard from her at all. It's like she's ghosted me. It's like, don't they usually take your phones when you go there? Don't they, like, take all your belongings? So, yeah, it would make sense. But why would she do that? In any case, I pick up my phone and dial her number. Again. Strange. No signal. It's almost like they just take that shit. I knock on her door. Nothing. I carefully walk inside of her house. I'll call her from the first floor. Does MC have, like, dementia or something? Nothing. I walk upstairs. Nothing. I feel anxiety beginning to build up inside me as I walk into her room. I feel every fiber of my being screaming at me, telling me not to open the door. But I gently open the door anyways. And yet I must. I open the door carefully. Nothing. Where is she? Is she already at the festival? Like, wait, what? Is it Monday? Whoops. And it's like the third time I've done that. I accidentally clicked when I shouldn't have. I didn't even read it. I rush over to the school as fast as my legs can take me. I look around everywhere, finding not even a single person. What the hell is going on? Did everyone at the school vanish? Okay, maybe this is a little weird now. Or did they relocate to another place? Is it Sunday? I have to keep looking. Not here. Not here either. It's like, bro, you've been standing in the same hallway. What do you mean, not here either? Of course it's not here. There has to be someone here. I know it. Finally, I spot someone in the courtyard. It's Yuri. Bruh. Thank God, someone I know. Yuri! It's so good to see you. But where is everyone? Oh, bruh. Bruh, momento. It's like, bruh, Yuri took 40 Benadryls. It's like, bruh. You shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done what? What are you talking about? Where is everyone, Yuri? You shouldn't have done that. Bruh. Okay. I guess Yuri isn't going to be any help. I head back inside, hoping I can find someone else. I peer inside of a classroom to see someone sitting at a desk within. It's Monica! The bitch I, for some reason, hate. Even though she does nothing wrong. Today must be my lucky day. I think. Monica, what's up? Where is everyone? What happened to the festival? It's like, oh yeah, Monica's high off the perk 30. You shouldn't have done that. Did Yuri get to you too? What the hell is going on here? Can you hear me, Monica? You shouldn't have done that. I try to grab a hold of Monica to knock some sense into her. But when I do, my hands phase right through her like some ghost. You shouldn't have done that. What the hell? What's going on here, Monica? You know what? Forget it. I leave. There's only one place I haven't looked. Sorry, it has to be there, at the Anime Titty Asylum. I know she has to be here. Nah, bruh. It's the one place I see her anymore these days. I just hope I'm not too late. I walk up to the third story, to a part of the school that's hardly used. I stand in front of the door of the literature club. She has to be here. Please don't be dead. I slowly walk inside, and gently open the door. To my surprise, I see Sayori standing in the center of the room. Okay, at least she is here. It's like, bro, this is one trippy-ass dream. She turns around and smiles at me and begins slowly walking towards me. Her smile almost seems sadistic. No. Bruh, it's like, It's like, bro, you had Perk Angle, now you have Perk Sayori. It's good to see you made it into the Literature Club's main event. I wouldn't want to see you miss this. Today I'll be presenting my poem. I call it Damnation. Enjoy. It's like, bruh. That's a strange name for a poem. Wait. Bruh. It's oh yep, that was a set of assets I saw. What Mountain Dew does to a person. It's like, bruh. As I'm currently drinking it. There, took another sip. Sayori! No! Not again! No! I rush over to her and try to catch her as she falls. But her body falls right through my arms. I look at her face. She's still smiling. Her eyes look so relaxed. Sayori, can you hear me? You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? It's like, bro, I've been, like, quoting Majora's Mask, and now the mod itself is quoting Majora's Mask. It really was the dawn of the final day. Don't say that. Come on, stay with me. I'm gonna call an ambulance and everything will be alright and... Wait. There's no signal. I see Sayori's eyes close. Her body slowly vanishes and the world around me becomes dark. You shouldn't have done that. Stop! You shouldn't have done that. No more! Bruh, how do you even say that? You 5-1-D-N have 3 done that. That's like the best that's the best I can do. Make it stop! Get out of my head! Gasp! I jump out of my bed in a cold sweat. I can't do this! No. No, I need to get up. The club will find out one way or another. It's best that they hear it from me. I'm just outside the club room. Man, I was like, bro. It's like, bro, MC was off the fucking Perk 30s before he went to bed. Club is going to be different without Sayori. The other 3 must be wondering what they should do. Nonetheless, I have to go in. I gently open the door and head inside. Hello? Huh? Who are you? Stalin. Pleased to meet you. Stalin? Well, time sure flies, doesn't it? We can reminisce another time, Monica. Oh? Mere because of Sayori. I was wondering what happened to her. She never got back any of my texts. Sayori was going to take her life. So I took action. Now she's in the psych ward. She's in the anime titty asylum. Could you say that again? Sayori tried to kill herself, and I had to take action and send her to the anime titty asylum. Need I repeat myself again? Oh. Oh dear. I never would have imagined Sayori would do something like that. Well, thank you for relaying this information to me. As unfortunate as it may be, we should give our friend the support she needs. So we're dropping our current club activities to go to the hospital? Not now, but I believe we should all go see her at one point. I propose we all group up and go see her Sunday. But what about the festival? I believe we have more pressing matters. You dumb pink-haired gremlin. I concur. Sayori and her well-being comes before the festival. Besides, we can always do prep work Saturday. Under ideal conditions, cupcakes can stay fresh for a week. How do you... Sayori tells me you love to bake cupcakes. Figures that's what you're doing for the festival. Right. Anyway, what do we do now? Aside from determining an interim vice president and making plans for Sayori, I'm honestly drawing blanks. Should we call it an early day? Yes, let's all go home for now. I'll message you all to discuss plans later, and I'm sure the rest of you have things that you can take care of. We'll all be here tomorrow, correct? Of course we will. That's what we do as a club. I don't recall you stating you wanted to be a member. Would you like to join the club? Can I be an unofficial member? Given the extenuating circumstances? No, you're either a part of this or not. There is no in-between. Doesn't matter if I'm a member or not. She died either way. No, I should just join to ease Sayori. To tell her at least I joined a club. Alright, I'll join. I'm in this with you. That's good to hear. Now everyone can go home. I'll message you all later tonight. Well, that was painless. I leave to pay Sayori a visit. And we're back here. We're back at the Anime Titty Asylum. Bro moments. Hello? I'm here to visit a patient. Who will you be seeing today? Is Sayori able to see visitors? Yes, just leave your stuff here and I can let you through. And that means all your clothes too, because they can be dangerous. Okay. Where should I leave it? Right here is fine. I set my stuff down and the receptionist directs me to where Sayori's room is. Room 404. I begin heading in that direction. He just walks in like it just says like room not loaded. As I walk down the hallway, the buzzing of the lights and the cold air around me makes me feel unwelcome. It's like, bro, this is like peak liminal spaces right here. It's so cold and sanitary that I feel alien here. Thoughts of screaming relentless patience, the smell of blood and chemicals scares me. I'm scared to be alone here. My mind switches gears and I quicken down the hallway, almost running. I can only imagine what Sayori must be feeling while being here. It's like, bruh, alright, we're taking bets. Is Sayori alive or dead when we enter that room? I'm gonna bet that she's alive, but I don't know. At this point, anything is possible. I approach her door and knock lightly. I hear the door crack open. Okay, she's alive. Good. Yes, Doc? Stalin! Sayori lunges out of the door to hug me. It's so good to see you. Yeah, it's good to see you too. May I come in? Please, make yourself at home. I walk inside and lean against the wall. So, how was your first day? Very scary. Hardly slept last night. I just kept looking out the window and out to the stars. I kept telling myself that there isn't a single rain cloud in the sky. That I could find some hope here. But this place is so cold and scary. I know, but you'll get accustomed to it. Admittedly, I quite literally threw this on you. I'm sorry I forced this onto you. I'm sure it's for the better. I'm sure there are some good things. There has to be something good. I don't think so. Come on, there's gotta be something. It feels like I'm a fish out of water. Sure, I'm with people like me, but I feel so disconnected from them. How so? Everywhere I look, I just see myself. I look at other patients and all I see is how I might end up. So you're scared to talk to others? What about it scares you? You make conversation with strangers and make new friends all the time. What's wrong? I don't know. I don't want to talk about this anymore. School must be lonely without me. Well, what is it? I did join the literature club. Oh, I thought you said that's the last club you joined. Consider it a change of heart. And given the circumstances, I'm the only connection you and the club have. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's unbearable to watch her like this. For the first time, she's truly alone. I wish I didn't have to do this. Why did it have to come to this? Why does she just have this urge to just want to kill herself? Man. Hey. Can you do a favor for me? Anything. I know I'm not supposed to. But can you... There's a knock on the door. A nurse walks in. It's time for your 6 o'clock. Already? Looks like this is a goodbye, Stalin. Wait, what did you need me to do? Take care of things while I'm not home. Take care of yourself. Okay. Visiting hours are over for the moment. Come back another time. Without wasting any more time, I walk out of the room and head out. It's already night by the time I get back. My mind lingers on what Sayori told me before I left. I promised Sayori I would take care of her home. Yeah. She'll come home to a nice clean house. It's the least I can do for her. It feels so weird walking around in here while she's gone. This feels like a breach of privacy, even if she asks me to watch it for her. Jeez, the room here is a mess. Clothes strewn all over the floor, most of which are stuffed under the bed. I start by collecting all the clothes and putting them into a pile. I pick up her panties by pinching the very edge and holding them at an arm's length away. I open the closet door, find more trash and dirty clothes. I try not to gag at the odor. After putting all of her clothes into a pile and bagging her trash, I move to organize her room. This part's a breeze compared to the last step. I go over to start making her bed. I look under it to find more clothes. Mostly underwear this time. Even more disgusting. I hurry as fast as I can to move them aside, and something rather hard and round comes into my grasp. My heart sinks. Oh. It can't be! I pull it out and find Rope-kun! No! I knew you had to be here somewhere. I missed you so much, Rope-kun. So, we meet at last. I don't think it's Sayori intended for me to find this. Then again, she knows this room better than me, and she asked me to take care of this place for her. Too bad, pal. I got her before you could. I untie the noose and toss it into the garbage. I don't care if Sayori intended for me to find it. All that matters is that it's gone. I continue to make her bed. I lift the mattress and immediately drop it back down. I saw her diary. Lifting the mattress back up, I pick up the diary and look at it. I toss it over to the desk and tell myself it's not worth it to take. I work until late into the night, the book lingering in my mind all the way through. In a way, it kind of excites me to think about it. A forbidden Pandora's box that isn't meant to be opened. A bigger breach of privacy than coming in here to find her corpse. And I knew that I was going to satisfy it. But only when I have to. Now is not the time. I take the diary home with me. Bro momento numero dos. It was hard to sleep last night due to the diary and Sayori's hospital stay. I tried to relax myself, but no amount of convincing could bend my anxiety. I just want this to be over. Please, God, let this be over. I get ready for another day. Good to see you're back, Stalin. We have a lot planned for today. I'm sure, Monica. We're going all out for the club, for this club, aren't we? Yeah. I guess we'll see. Okay. Everyone? We're excited. We're just keeping ourselves down to earth, you know? So, first point of our agenda today. Yuri and I have been talking. And? I ran some ideas past Yuri. One idea I had was, what if we all read a book together as a club? So you want to read a book as a group? Did I not make myself clear? You did. I was just confirming. Did you and Yuri decide on a book? Oh God, please don't tell me you didn't let Yuri choose the book. What's so bad about me choosing number 11? Your taste in books is very specific. Pardon. Girls, can we not debate this? Did I stutter? In all fairness, this is a literature club. If you want to read your comic books, why didn't you join a club for that instead? They're not comic books, damn it! You're so ignorant and you think that literature is only your convoluted books and shit. Well, guess what? Mangoes can be literature too. They can also be fruits. Novels can be just as easy to follow if you're willing to read and use your imagination. It's like, bro, why would I actually have to use my brain? That's cringe. I'm not denying that visuals aren't worth anything, but there are just simply some things that pictures cannot communicate. And there are a lot of things that words cannot communicate either. It's like, you know what they say, a picture's worth 1,000 words. Pictures may speak to the eyes, but words can speak to the soul. It's like, bruh, cringe. Right, you're just cringe. Besides, I wouldn't make such a decision without your input. Are you saying I'm stupid because I can't understand what a book is telling me? Not at all. I'm simply saying that you're a little slow. I'm simply saying that maybe if you just opened your mind a little more and tried to expand your horizons, then maybe you could see the value in other forms of literature. Says you! Since when did you ever go out of your way to read mangoes? He's like, bro, yeah, mangoes. Mango moment. Maybe you should practice what you preach, bitch. Yuri takes a deep breath before speaking up. So we appear to be at an impasse. I can't find a mango to read, and you can't find a novel to read. So if there is something you want from the club, all you have to do is tell us. Well, I would like to read something more lighthearted. I can't stand reading books where someone has to die. It's like, as I'm reading a mod about having someone that has to die. We have novels like that. In fact, I know one that fits your preferences. Yuri gets up and retrieves a book from the closet and shows her the Natsuki. He just picks up Old Yeller, hands it to her. What? Did you even hear yourself right now? This is exactly what I was talking about. This book is nothing like what I'd read. Natsuki, stop. You're acting like a child. We're not going to get anything done if you're going to sit there and whine. Oh, you think you're so much better than me because you're stoic and shit. Why don't you just take that book and stick it? I wouldn't go there if I were you, Natsuki. Natsuki seems about to walk up to Yuri, but Monica intervenes. You two, stop it, now! Why should I? You're the debate expert here, aren't you? Why don't you prove to Yuri that she's being so stuck up? Natsuki, drop it. Are you gonna kick me out of the club? You'll have to disband the club if you do that. We'll find. Monica stops midway through, realizing what she was about to say. That's right! I could already see the club is falling apart. I knew this was going to happen. You're doing more harm than good for this club. Just calm down, Natsuki. I'm sure we can find a book that everyone here can enjoy. What do you know about the club? You literally just joined yesterday. You know what? I don't want to talk about it. Go enjoy your club. Natsuki stomps out of the room, slamming the door behind her. Base Natsuki moments. Monica, Yuri, and I each look at each other with confusion. I didn't mean for her to leave. Give her some space. I'm sure she'll calm down and come back tomorrow. So, are we still reading a book together? I don't think so. It's my fault. I had to insult Natsuki's preferences. It's okay. When she calms down, you'll have your chance to talk things out with her. We really should give Sayori more credit. What makes you say that? She would have diffused the argument before it could escalate. You're right. It's been so much harder to run the club without her. No offense to you, Yuri. None taken. Number 10. I'm going to go too. Already? I suppose there's no point in continuing when things are this bad. Come on. We're going to let one argument get in the way of this. It's not just the argument. I really don't have anything else planned for today, unfortunately. Right. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then. If there's even a club tomorrow. Head outside to go visit Sayori. On my way out, I see Yuri sitting under a tree, reading. Alright, let's go simp for Yuri for some reason. It's like, bro, I didn't ask for this. I didn't choose this, but here we are. Hey, Yuri. Hey, Stalin. What are you doing here? Well, sometimes I come here to clear my thoughts. Reading meditations, I take it. How did you... I recognize the cover. I see. I'm gonna go see Sayori. You can tag along if you want. Maybe discuss the book as we go along. I think that would be nice. Let's get going then. The two of us walk in silence, even more so than Sayori on her bad days. But her presence next to me is comforting. Okay, yeah, we get it. Yuri's the best. I guess misery loves company. Or does the company make misery less miserable? Either way, it's nice to have her around. Now, it would be nice if I could get her to talk a bit more. But she looks oddly stressed out. Something on your mind? It's nothing. Don't worry about it. You fucking Redditor. When they say it's nothing, it's probably something. No one here is going to hurt you if something is on your mind. I don't want to talk about it. This doesn't sound like you, Yuri. I know you're shy and not the most social of people. But I know you're not scared. What makes you say that? It's what I see in you. Sorry if I creeped you out a bit. It's quite alright, Stalin. So, what seems to be the problem? Yeah, you still love the number 14. Right, it's the number 15's voice. It's the Chill's voice. Get it right. But yes, it's the most epic voice. Are you scared of hospitals? Bruh. Yes. I don't have the best memories of them. Number 9. Well, they're not exactly the happiest place on Earth. I was born in one and cried for hours. Yuri couldn't help but just snicker just a little. So was I. But I just never imagined I would be in one again, let alone see someone in the same shoes that I was once in. What do you mean? I'll explain it later. Just give me a moment to collect my thoughts on what to tell Sayori. Yuri goes quiet. They, bro, oh, yeah, she's processing. But that's when Yuri's at her most dangerous. The rest of the walk goes by slower, as if time wants to remind me of the awkwardness of this situation. Eventually, we arrived at the hospital. The receptionist greets us, and I give Yuri a rundown of the hospital rules. I'll watch your stuff, Yuri. You go on ahead. What room is she in? 404. Fourth one down the hall on the 4th floor. Like, bruh, as I said, she just walks in, the room isn't even loaded. Yuri leaves. I sit down with her bag by my side. Her visit wasn't as long as I hoped for. I guess when Yuri has something on her mind, she doesn't waste time. I'm back. Would you like to go visit her? Sure. I set my stuff down and head towards her room. I imagine things will mostly be like yesterday. However, I need to talk to Sayori about what I saw last night. I know she might not want to talk about it, but at this point it doesn't matter. I approach her door again. I knock quietly. Knock, knock, guess who?
Who?
It's Stalin.
Stalin's not here.
That's because he's standing outside the door. I
Her
hear the door open with Sayori greeting me with her trademark smile. Her eyes, however, seem tired. It's late. Yeah. There's a lot to talk about. For me, hospitals are one of the best places to eat at. I still remember the ham and cheese sandwich I ate there once. It's like, bruh. Let's see. I have not been to a hospital pretty much since I was born. I've just been too based, to put it simply. No need to. It's like, bruh, I could literally break my arm. I still wouldn't go to a hospital. It's like, bruh, I'm pretty sure I herniated a disc once. Did not go to the hospital. I walked that shit off. It's like, bruh, I ain't going to a hospital for shit. But hey, if you say the food's good, yeah, go right ahead. But I'm too based and epic and red pilled for that shit.
So, how was your day?
It was interesting. Oh, hey, Tux is here. Yeah, you came at the perfect time. As I was flexing about never being in a hospital for the last however many years. Well, you thought I was about to reveal my age live on camera? Live on stream? Nah, you ain't getting that shit. You have to wait till the 1 million subscriber special for that one. Did I really tell her about what happened at the club? I mean, I'm sure she's going to find out at one point or another. Do I just spare her the details now or not? Or should I just bite the bullet? You can always try again. How about that, Sayori?
What's wrong, Stalin? Did something happen?
How do I put this?
Just say it straight. My doctor says it helps.
Right. Natsuki marched out of the club in a fit of rage.
You mean she left the club?
I believe so, unfortunately. Like, bruh, I don't think she's just gonna leave the club over a petty argument like that.
And that leaves the club with only 3 members.
And that means...
Don't
worry about it. The festival is around the corner. Surely we'll draw in some new members to make up for our losses.
You say that like Natsuki never mattered to the club.
No. I would never say that Natsuki never mattered. I just say that she doesn't matter to the story at all. Literally, not even in the slightest. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the festival will be the perfect chance to show everyone what the literature club really is about.
You sound like Monica when you say it like that.
You're not wrong there. I wasn't saying it like that, though.
Then what were you saying?
that things will be alright. We'll make this work out even with Natsuki's absence. Yeah, no. It's like, bruh, nah. Like, Natsuki doesn't matter at all.
Oh.
Sayori's smile seemed to have faded despite the good news. It pains me even more to consider mentioning the news I saw. But then again, I imagine she mentioned her suicidal thoughts to her doctors. Even though I know I will jump back in time, I still feel this anxiety swell up inside. I have to. If not now, then when? Sayori, there's something I need to ask.
What is it?
When I was cleaning around your room, I found a noose lying around. I found Rope-kun! Rope-kun was hiding under your bed this entire time! I tossed it as soon as I found it.
That's a good thing, Stalin.
I know. It's pretty base and epic and red-pilled. I'm just so scared that I came so close to losing you. If I didn't do what I did, I would have lost my mind. I worry about you too much.
Don't beat yourself up over these things. And I realize you had your reasons, even if they were unreasonable and just not you. In a way, I can't blame you. I would have done the same for you.
I know you would.
Well, I'm glad that part's over.
Which brings me to my next point. I did find your diary last night. I didn't pop it open, but what disturbs me is...
Oh no. You found...
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I'm far away from it and getting the help I need. Just throw it away and pretend you never saw it.
Okay. It's almost 6 o'clock. Maybe it's better if I leave.
Oh no, you can stay. I don't have anything else planned for today, so you can stay until they kick you out. Besides, I don't have anyone else here.
So, are you making any friends during your time here?
There's people I talk to, but nothing like a friend.
You just met them. Give it some time. You're probably just comparing them to the literature club. If I've learned anything from you, it's that I shouldn't take my friends for granted and look at them only at face value. I'm sure it means a lot to them for you to be a part of their group. Just give it more time.
What makes you so sure?
I just know. You still trust me, right, Sayori?
Yeah? Can we talk about something else?
Of course. We talk for what feels like hours. We both forget about the club and her depression and even the news for a moment in time. For once, I see a side of Sayori I haven't seen in years. I got so caught up in talking to her, I almost didn't notice the knocking at the door. I go to open the door. Visiting hours are over.
Ah, already?
Alright. I'll see you tomorrow, Sayori. I'll leave Sayori a kiss on the forehead and a goodbye. I walk over to Yuri, reading more of her book. Hey, I'm ready to go. How about you? Of course. Do you mind if I come over to your place? We could talk more about that book. You know, the company doesn't sound that bad, actually. So yes? Lead the way, Yuri. We both headed out the door. Here we are, number 8. Don't mind the mess when we get indoors. I just wasn't expecting company today. It's like, bro, it's like MC walks through the door, it's literally like fucking Chris Chan's house. Feel free to make yourself at home. Don't worry, I'll be fine, mess or no mess. It's so nice and organized in here. Everything's so aligned and sorted. I don't see a mess. What are you talking about? Modesty is a virtue. I always try to imagine myself as a guest in my own home. Right. Oh yeah, it's just a little messy. Sit anywhere. Yeah, it's like we have literally all this open free space, but it's a little messy. Anyway, before we start, would you care for some tea? I would love some. Do you have a preference? Chai, Earl Grey, Oolong, Lady Grey. What? How about this? How about go fix me some sweet dollar iced tea, bitch? How about that? I don't really have one. I'll just have whatever you'll be having. Alright then. Yuri walks off to prepare some tea. For a timid person, she's a good hostess. Ah. It's like, yeah, that's why she's third on the tier list. Because at least you'd make a good housewife. I take a seat on her couch and look around. I came all this way. I don't want it to be for nothing. Yuri comes back with a pitcher of tea and 2 cups. Here you go. I hope this isn't too strong for you. I don't buy store brand tea, so I make it to my preference. I'm sure I can handle it. It's your house, your rules. I won't judge you on that. If you say so, Stalin. Where do you want to start? How do you stay so calm? I know you mentioned practicing rational thought, but I would have cursed not to get out if I were in your shoes. Each morning, I remind myself that people can be deceiving, ill-willed, stubborn, and so on. With that, I'm able to go with the flow. I get that, but I'm still going to get angry. I can't just bottle it up, right? That is true. However, you shouldn't view your feelings as finite states. Your emotions ebb and flow like the waves of the ocean. They pass in due time. Number 7. Student watches porn and gets naked. I understand Natsuki isn't too keen with what I prefer to read. I did my best to reason with her, but what she does is her prerogative. So you just don't care. I wouldn't word it like that. Apathy is a vice, and I would not want to view people like that. I just lower my expectations. Bro, that's arguably even worse. I see. So should I accept the possibility that despite all my efforts, Sayori still might take her life? As much as I don't want to say it, yes. Death comes to everyone, and we don't know when he will show up at our doorstep. I understand you don't want her to die, however, she's not immortal. And neither are you, or Monica, or I myself. Everyone has an end to it. Everything has an end to it. I wouldn't want to lose her and live an entire life sulking, thinking of ways I could have saved her. I understand. But do you truly know if Sayori will go through with it? She is getting the help she needs. How can you be so sure when you don't know the full roadmap of your own life? It's like putting a book down early because the story didn't captivate you soon enough when it gets interesting later. I know because I've seen it happen, Yuri. I have seen the beginning and the ending of the story, and the ending is terrible. No matter how many times I try to change the outcome, I just keep coming back to the same result. My entire life is the epitome of insanity. It's like, bro, that is crazy. Sayori always dies. It's like, yeah, you look at me with those crazy eyes. So what you're saying is that you have traveled back in time to try and save Sayori from taking her life. Well, I mean, like, not intentionally, but yeah. And yet you find yourself unable to. Exactly. As unlikely as I find this, let's humor this idea. Number 6. Supposedly, you are stuck in a time loop, and your memories have carried over from each of the previous ones. Do you not think you are being offered the chance to champion your fate, and yet you can't seem to figure out how to champion it? Are you implying I'm not supposed to save her? That I'm supposed to let her die? Not at all, Stalin. What I'm saying, however, is to not look at your life so objectively. Each trial and tribulation you encounter has significance. So what am I supposed to do? If there is nothing that can be done, cherish the last moments you have with her and carry her memory when her time comes. Can we change the topic? I don't want to think about this anymore. Very well. Would you like to take this time to do homework? A puzzle or homework usually clears my mind. But you weird. You weird. I already finished mine. I worked on it during class. Really? Even the teachers were impressed. As I said, I've relived the same week like 5 times now. Maybe I could help you. If I find myself unable to, then I will ask for your assistance. It's like, oh, yeah, Yuri's encouraging doing homework. Like, bruh. I will say this much. I think I got the lowest score you can possibly get in a class with a 0. It's like, so I would know a thing or two about not doing homework, but yet I still somehow passed. Then again, that was like an elective, and it didn't really matter. And it didn't even have homework, so yeah. But yes, I will admit, I literally did get a 0 in a class one time. For an entire semester. Or was it just for the quarter? Passing even with a grade lower than 0. It's like, bro, I wish I could pass with a grade lower than 0. It's like, I failed that class, but I passed in general, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah. So I'm just gonna sit here for an hour doing nothing. You're more than welcome to look through my library. Alright. He just goes upstairs. Literally, it's just nothing but a gigantic library. Just, like, imagine shelves upon shelves upon shelves, bookshelves on top of bookshelves that stretches up to infinity. Of nothing but books filling each of them. I stand up and pursue through her bookshelf, various novels just phasing through me with nothing of interest in any of them. I settle on a familiar book that I'm bored to death of. I decide to open it again, hopefully finding something of value this time. I can hear Yuri's quiet hums and whispers. Okay, I get it. I don't want to be simping for Yuri anymore. Time passes and Yuri looks up. What do you make of it? As many times as I have read this, nothing still makes sense. I've lost track at this point. It's just a messy blur of words and sentences. With books like you're reading, I tend to read a small section and then break down what they might have meant. You have to ponder on what you're taking in. I know that! I just wish I could find something. I'm so tired of getting nothing! Stalin, there are no guarantees in life, and expecting more than what nature provides you will cause suffering. So you just want me to sit here with my thumbs up my ass and do nothing. Forcing yourself to get something that's out of reach won't do you any good. Number 5. Let's get back to our lesson from earlier. What are you to learn if you're lost? If I'm lost, I should be able to find my way out. And what should you be able to do when you are out? Alright, mans, I'll see you later. Man, I'm starting to get tired myself. Yeah, bro, how long until Sayori kills herself again? Because it's bound to happen. Anyways, let's just get through the cringe Yuri moments. It's like, bro, if I want to be with Yuri, I'd go play A Date with Yuri. Or Fallen Angel, or one of those mods. Help those who are lost. You see. But how am I supposed to get out then? I think you're starting to find the way out already. You must always strive to make observations and learn the logic of the universe. Only then will everything fall into place. So after all of this, you've made my case for me. It's always been about how I choose to react to the events around me. To be a witness to the world around me, observing the choices I make, or my failure to make them. I think you're starting to understand this more. Right. Oh my, where are my manners? Would you care to have some dinner? Oh, there's no need to. I'll be fine. You are my guest, I insist. Besides, a warm meal usually relaxes me. You still look a bit stressed. Alright. What do you have in mind? Well, I do have some leftover bell peppers and beef. I would whip something up, but don't worry about it, Yuri. You said to go with the flow of things. Leftovers may be the path of least resistance. You're right. I think you're starting to get it. Also, yes. Is there beef in this dish? Stalin. It's in the name. I'm just teasing you, Yuri. It just seemed like such a weird question to ask. A bit of a waste to ask if you want to know the truth. I'm sure people ask for no bananas on their banana splits. Some people are just dumb like that. Anyways, I'm going to prepare some leftovers for dinner then. I'll be out. That's really sweet of you, but I can handle this. I'm a strong, independent robot, Stalin. You just relax. Yuri walks over to the kitchen. I really do admire how she's able to stay so calm and reserved. Okay, we get it. Yuri's like the greatest person to ever exist. Something I find myself lacking. In a way, she really is like a mother. Maybe it's just me falling for her. But I can't let myself get distracted. Sayori is still my priority. Maybe. Dinner's ready. Dinner smells wonderful. It's my specialty, although it's not as good as it could be. Why is that? Heating food back up makes it lose some of its flavor. It'll be fine. I know, it's just that the food critic in me isn't fond of it. Yeah, we get it, you're Gordon Ramsay. To each their own. It's like, wait a second, I thought Natsuki was supposed to be Gordon Ramsay, what the fuck? Hey, Yuri. Yes. Thank you. Despite everything today, and all my worries for Sayori and the club, you still help me find happiness. Of course, true happiness is about being in harmony with nature. Number 5. If the club was never meant to be, then that's the nature of things. It's strange thinking about it like that. Like nothing truly matters. Monika's Literature Club is one of hundreds out there in the world. The world isn't going to stop spinning because one literature club got disbanded. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's the only literature club at the school you go to. What's that supposed to mean? It's as I said before, everything has an end. From our lives, to our time in school, our club, even to this very dinner we're having. But do not take it nihilistically. Instead, live as though you will die tomorrow, but learn as though you'll live forever. I see. For someone who's so quiet, I never figured her to be such an interesting person. She fills a gap I've been missing in a way. And when this is all over, it will be gone. And there won't be anything left of it. We continue talking for hours. I look over at the clock and back at Yuri. Yuri. I stand up and look at her. Thank you for having me over. I won't forget this night. You're welcome, Stalin. I'll take it you're leaving now. It's 2 in the morning. We still have school in the morning. Even if it was the weekend, I don't think I would want to stay the night. No offense to you, of course. I understand. I want to thank you as well. I never get the chance to talk to anyone outside of school. I know I'm not the best at socializing, but when I do, I cherish every moment of it. Number 4. I can't help but blush. I don't know what to say. I appreciate it, Yuri. I will cherish today as well. See you tomorrow. Wait. I know it isn't much, but I want to give you this. Yuri hands me a small box. I open it to find tea packets inside. It's like, bruh. You don't have to, Yuri. Thank you is all I need. It's a gift. A thank you for time well spent. I decide not to deny her gift. She went through a lot of work for this. Thank you. I wish you well, Stalin. Yeah. I'll be going now. Good night. Farewell, and sweet dreams to you. You too. I'll leave her house and start walking home. I look out into the starry sky. The earthy smell of Yuri's tea being my only companion. Remember thou art mortal. One day I will die. Will I? I have to. There is an end to everything. Right? There has to be an end. I'm overthinking this. I should sleep. Yeah, you should sleep. Let's just fast forward to Monday. It's morning again. Ah. Today I shall be meeting with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness. All of them due to the offender's ignorance of what is good or evil. Monica asked if we could meet up and visit Sayori. Okay, we're on Sunday. Last time we were alone together, things didn't go well. I look over to my nightstand. I can see Sayori's diary staring back at me. Nope. I'm not going to look at you. I don't want to look inside. I go on about my business and get ready for school. I'll be out extra late, so I don't have to look at you. I head out the door and go to school. School goes as it always does. I feel so drained. I thought things would be easier considering I know the answers to every test by memory. Anyway, time to go through with this.
Stalin? You showed up.
Why do you sound surprised?
Well, you're the only one who showed up today.
What happened to Yuri?
She resigned. She said it wasn't her position to take.
So that makes me vice president now?
I guess. Until after the festival and we draw in new members, right?
Oh, that was... Until after the festival we draw in new members, right?
I don't know if we can even do anything at this point. The school won't recognize this as a club now.
Do you hear yourself? We can do this.
If this is the way things are meant to be, I'll have to disband the club.
Perhaps there will be another time. Or perhaps... Wait, was that Monica? Yeah, I'm tired, man. It's almost 1 in the morning.
Perhaps there will be another time.
I guess there's no point to my vice presidency then. You are the president. Ultimately, it's up to you to decide the fate of this club. I just wish things didn't have to go south all because I decided to get Sayori the help she needed.
Are you suggesting this is your fault? Stalin, you did what was best for Sayori's sake. I'm not going to fault you for that.
But this is an unintended side effect. This club means a lot to her. She's going to be devastated to know it's gone.
Unfortunately, yes. But time goes on. Time marches on. Time marches on. We'll move on from this club and go on about our school lives.
Yeah, no sleep. Oh, well, I think I figured out another subreddit that, Reddit MC here is a mod of r/no sleep. Yeah. Are we all going to meet up Sunday, despite everything?
It would mean the world to Sayori. I'm sure they'll understand and come along for her sake. So I would love to tag along. Well, seeing there's nothing else to discuss, I think it's time to call this meeting to a close for the last time.
No need to feel so down about it. Like you said, there'll be another time. That time will be Sunday.
So, ready to go?
Yeah. 2 of us head out. It's weird saying goodbye to the club like this. It's quiet. Even though Monica's by my side, I feel so angry, sad, and tired. So many conflicting thoughts on what I should even say to Monica. I never had this problem with Yuri. Why am I having this problem with Monica?
So, how are you today?
Come on, say something. I'm gay! It's like, bruh moment. Yeah, MC is a true Redditor.
Wait, what?
That's not what I meant. I had a brain fart there. I just wasn't sure if I should say that I'm good or if I'm okay, so I just freaked out. I could hear Monica snickering.
Well, that explains why you didn't show any interest in the girls at the club.
Monica.
You know I'm joking with you. Although there's no shame in it. Your secret will be safe with me.
There is no secret. I'm just so worried about Sayori that I didn't have the time to get involved in relationships.
So you have other priorities. What about school and your grades?
I aced all my exams to finish my homework without any effort.
Since when? Didn't you drop out of the class we shared?
Just because I'm not in advanced placement classes doesn't mean I'm stupid. I'm sure there are shitheads in your class.
Hey, Stalin.
Yeah?
I got you talking.
Good for you.
Why are you so blunt?
What do you mean?
Well, Sayori likes to talk about you sometimes during our club meetings. She talks about how kind, compassionate, and gentle you are. She mentions how easygoing you are, and how you just go with whatever.
Sayori is right. I used to be that person. But people change over time. I used to think you were really cool and popular. I mean, you are the class star. Who wouldn't want to be with you? But, as time went on, when I listened to Sayori and her doctor talk, I began to see your true colors. It's like, bro, she did nothing wrong! It's like, bro, maybe you should listen to her. She'd be speaking some fucking truth. She'd be speaking facts. You didn't care about her and the club as much as you believe. That's my honest answer and why I'm different.
Well, that would explain it. Well, it is true that I haven't been the best with the club. I mean, the club fell apart because of my actions. And while I'm partly responsible for Sayori's current situation, I still have a choice on what I can do about it. And right now, I want to help Sayori to the best of my ability.
Well, let's get going then. Well, this is the place.
Yeah,
You want to go first?
I'm gonna take a few moments to collect my thoughts.
Alright. Head to her room as normal. Day 3 of visiting Sayori. Same sterile hallway with the same cold lights and the same odd feeling. Today it smells a bit like blood, despite the pungent odor of chemicals. To be honest, I thought I would be used to the smell of it by now. I arrive at her door and knock. I hear a small but audible groan from inside the room. Sayori absent-mindedly opens the door without much thought. The door swings open and hits me square in the shoulder. As I yelp in pain, Sayori comes back to her senses.
Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to hit you. Are you okay?
Don't worry about it. You fixed a crick in my shoulder that's been bothering me.
You don't have to act tough, Stalin. It's okay if you're hurt.
No worries, I'm fine. You just caught me by surprise.
But you're the one who knocked. Were you expecting me not to answer?
Never mind. Can I come in?
I don't know, can you?
May I?
Of course. But you can't stay long today.
And why's that? Do the doctors not like me? Do you think I'm in the way?
It's not that. My treatment's going to start today.
It's like, bruh. I'm gonna get
electroshock therapy. Yeah, that'll fix the rain clouds. They say after the weekend is over, I'll be a brand new Sayori.
Why does this sound like an indoctrination? Now that I think about it, she looks much more tired. I know we stayed up a fair bit yesterday, but I've seen her better even with less sleep. Something isn't adding up.
I'm really glad you came today. I've been scared all day.
Why's that?
I'm not sure I'll entirely be the old pre-rain cloud Sayori I was after this weekend.
You know they're not going to stick needles into you.
I know they won't.
Then what do you have to be afraid of? Certainly you're not scared of your old self, right? The new you was born from the old you. It's okay to feel uncertain. I know how you feel.
Stalin.
Don't worry about it, Sayori. Things will be alright.
Stalin, I don't need you to reassure me. And you don't have to guess what's wrong anymore. That's what doctors are for anyways, right?
I guess I should drop it. Maybe I should get going. But before I go, is there anything you want to get off your chest?
Stalin, don't worry about me so much. As much as I can't stand to be here, I'm grateful you brought me here. I didn't have the courage to do it myself. But you brought me here, and now I see that I'm not alone in this world. So, thank you for getting me the help I needed. Thanks to you, I have the courage to do what I need to do. This is goodbye. For now, Stalin.
See you tomorrow, and Sunday.
I'll hold you to it. Don't keep me waiting.
Sayori and I exchanged a short and sweet hug, but it feels so bitter. More bitter than anything Sayori could have written. It didn't take long for her to notice.
Cheer up. You said things would get better, right? And you know what's best.
I can't deal with this. I need to leave. I can't let the cracks show. Sayori would be devastated if she knew the truth. It's human to have doubts. I'm not sure what fate has planned. I just don't want things to get worse for you. You suffered enough as it is. More than you lead yourself to believe.
What are you talking about?
You don't need to worry about it. You worry about getting better. I can handle myself with my date with Destiny. With Destiny, the Twitch streamer. Bruh. I'm going to go now. Monica probably wants to talk to you.
Why don't you sound happy about that?
I'm tired.
I'm tired too, but it's nice to see other friends.
Despite everything, you still consider her a friend? She's part of the reason you're here.
Monica isn't the only reason. In fact, I'm standing in front of another.
You shouldn't show thanks only to take it back when it suits you. I brought you here for your own good. You wouldn't have come here.
No one goes to the hospital willingly. Can I see Monica before my time is up?
Yeah, go ahead. I take my leave and go back to the lobby. Sayori's ready to see you.
Wish me luck.
Right. I'll be waiting for you. Monica finally leaves. Took her long enough. She's taking longer than expected. They must really be conversing. It's better they work things out. I lay my head back and close my eyes. Maybe Monica isn't so bad after all. Maybe it was a good thing I gave her another chance. She did nothing wrong! And honestly, I don't think things could have...
I'm back.
Jesus!
No. Just Monica.
Bruh moment. Long talk?
It was actually cut short. A nurse came in and told Sayori it was time for her treatments to start. So I was kindly asked to leave.
Oh. Well, today's been quite a day, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. How do you feel about dinner?
I don't know. It feels weird considering I had dinner with Yuri last night.
Well, you're not sleeping around. Besides, Sayori would want you to be out socializing with friends.
Right. That's what she would want me to do.
Something on your mind, Stalin?
It's nothing. Let's go.
So, where to?
Steak dinner? One big juicy ribeye steak. Ah, that actually does sound good.
Very funny.
Oh, right, you're a vegan. You're cringe. Alright, my bad. You can enjoy a light salad.
Are you done? I know I'm vegan, but you don't have to make fun of it.
I will make fun of it as much as I want.
So, where do you want to go that's not a steakhouse?
Let's go to KFC then. You know a lot of places, don't you? After all, you are popular with a lot of friends. I'm sure you know all the cool places.
Of course I do.
Lead the way then.
Alright. This way. This little place has everything.
Oh, hey, we're back at KFC. Hey! This is a burger shop. No, it's KFC. It's the same asset from earlier.
I know, but I like their salads.
We walk up to the cashier and order.
One garden salad with a medium drink.
One quadruple cheeseburger with extra 4 cheeses, extra bacon, and all the sauces you have. A large order of chili cheese fries with extra onions and pepper jack cheese. And an extra large salmon milkshake with a side order of mayo. And an extra order of large fries. And throw in a triple scoop sundae with extra hot fudge and nuts as well. Will that complete your order? Yes. Your order will be out in a moment. Monica reluctantly pulls out her wallet and pays for the meal. I could hear the audible cursing from within the kitchen. Based. We take a seat and wait.
So, are you always like this? Sayori tells me you're never like this.
Like what?
Rude. It's like you're going out of your way to push my buttons.
Maybe I'm just testing how stoic you are.
In that case, I find your behavior very not stoic.
And I think his behavior is pretty based. At least in this moment. What makes you say that? We just do a little trolling.
I understand you don't like me, and that you don't entirely trust me. And to a degree, you would be entitled to that notion. However, that does not excuse your actions. If you're going to accuse and throw stones, make sure others aren't going to throw stones back.
And what's that supposed to mean? I thought the term was, don't throw stones in a glass house.
What I'm saying is this. You can judge only when you have committed no crimes.
Are you saying that to make me feel guilty?
No, not at all. I am simply making a point. I don't hold a grudge against you, but that doesn't stop me from commenting on your actions.
So are you going to scold me and tell me why I should be a vegan? Because if you are, please don't. You do your thing and I'll do mine.
I wasn't going to.
Well, now I'm curious. Why did you want to become a vegan?
Don't change the subject. Now, as I said before, I find your actions very unstoic. You don't accuse or mock others when you please, and act stoic when it's convenient.
And? What about it?
Sayori tells me you two had a great night last night, and you were willing to listen to her and even showed her gratitude. And yet, when it's you and I receive nothing short of negativity.
That's just karma.
Don't act like you're in the right here. You're just as guilty. You accuse me of being responsible for Sayori's condition.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Don't play stupid. You know what you told Sayori. But you know what? She told me you were also a part of the problem. Maybe you should take a moment to look at yourself.
Oh, yeah? And what are you going to do about it?
I can ask you the same question. Because to me, it looks like you're doing nothing.
Well, excuse me, but who's taking care of Sayori's house right now? Because it's not you.
And who's being stubborn and won't acknowledge that they're a part of the problem? Because it's not me.
Because I'm the one being dismissive.
Do you really want to keep going back and forth? Did you forget I was a debate team leader?
Like I'm supposed to be scared that you know the art of bullshitting? That you took down the great Ben Shapiro? Good for you.
Alright, nothing I say will get through to you. Sayori was right when she said that you really are a part of the issue.
Neither of us are going to help Sayori if we keep bickering.
Now you want to be the voice of reason?
By this point, Sayori would have told us both to stop. Look, I've said some things behind your back, but you've done the exact same thing. So we're even.
Fine, but that doesn't excuse you. By the way, you owe me $30. For what? For what's about to be on your plate, you glutton.
Now look who's accusing. Maybe dinner with you wasn't a good idea.
Maybe, but it's too late to walk away now. In reality, this is the great learning opportunity.
Of course, I get to see the worst in people and make the most of it.
I'm not the worst person, you know. Ever hear of The Last Man?
No, I haven't.
To put it simply, they are so despicable that they rather drag society down with them. So shallow and empty, they seek every material pleasure that the world can offer. They claim to have found true happiness, but in reality, they're just hollow shells. They're empty on the inside. They would rather stay complacent in their own ideals. Why don't we use my veganism as an example? Since you're so fixated about that.
Alright.
I'm sure you heard a lot of bad rap about vegans and how they can be so aggressive and the likes. And while some people may push my buttons about it, I would never force them to comply with my own way of living. I've had other friends order what you order, and I happily pay for it.
Why do you pay for it? I thought vegans discourage meat consumption.
Because that's the nature of things. And instead of forcefully explaining to them that their diet is wrong, I prefer to be indifferent to the choices and move on. And more often than not, they'll do the same.
Easier said than done.
Of course. But even if I make no impact at all in this world, I will have lived my life quietly and virtuously.
So after all of this, living is about smoothly going from day to day.
In a manner of speaking, yes.
So, why did you become a vegan?
I became a vegan because of how bad the carbon footprint is. It takes a lot more resources to cultivate enough livestock to feed the population. And sometimes, those products end up as waste.
How often?
More than you think. You see how many animals die only to have their already processed meat thrown away? Or to have many die to satisfy one's gluttony? It's like they existed for nothing. Now, I'm not calling you fat by any means. But I am calling you a fucking Redditor and a neckbeard and a fedora wearing fucking bitch. Just saying my thoughts. You see, I don't go out of my way to bring others down to my level or to my train of thought. Whereas other, less notable vegans would scream in your face for even entering a place like this. So that's why you choose... Oh, so that's why you choose this place? You wanted to show me you're not one of them. That's one reason. Seems self-righteous, but whatever. Think of it what you will. Even if it's just one small minute difference. Minute difference. I'm happy knowing that they won't end up going to waste. They're not entirely wasted. Their corpses go nurture the ground below them, right?
Wait, what? Oh, they're not entirely wasted. The corpses go nurture the ground below them, right?
True, but you make it sound like their only reason to live was to die and feed the earth. And that is something that doesn't sit well with me.
Then what would you say?
That's a bit of a tough question to answer. We're talking about farm animals that were bred and raised to be killed and harvested. And yet some animal products never even make it through. Imagine being born unable to carry out the purpose destiny had laid out for you.
Bro, we're bringing up Destiny now. Again. Bro, what is this mod's obsession with fucking Destiny? Didn't he get banned?
For a cow, it's just a mirthless death. As for humans, I can't even describe how terrible of a feeling it can be.
I can only imagine, Monica. I think our food is ready. I'll go get it. I stand up and walk towards the counter. Sure enough, our food was ready. I come back and set it on the table. We eat and talk about school and such. Somehow our conversation drifts to the nature of depression. What is it and such, as well as Sayori. Both try to discuss and find some answer to it. Of course, Monica is the way she is, you know, being right. Always has the need to be right, except she is right. I hate to ask, but do you think that even if we try our best for Sayori, she may choose not to get better herself? That even if we do get her the loving care and help she needs, that she may only go with it to only to get us to be quiet?
That's not out of the realm of possibility. One of my cousins lost her son. For a year, she was always emotionally drained, depressed thinking of her lost son. Even got into an alcoholism because of it. We tried everything to help her out. Different therapies, AA, sessions with others who have lost a child. But she didn't really do anything about it. She long since lived on her own, out God knows where. She's probably dead. And that's what scares me the most. I worry Sayori might end up the same way. I don't like telling this story. But you should at least know.
Did you tell Sayori this story?
Of course. She should know she isn't alone. I've lived and seen this time and time before as well.
You mean you've seen what I've seen?
What are you talking about?
You said you've seen this time and time again, right? Are you in a time loop like me?
What? No, you have it all wrong, Stalin. I mean, I've seen this situation play out before. First with my cousin, then with Yuri, now Sayori. Oh, something on your mind?
Well, can I pick your brain about something?
I'm all ears.
Suppose the universe is infinite, and there are an infinite number of permutations. Do you think?
I already know where this is going. It's a faulty proof. Saying there's an infinite amount of timelines the universe can take, only to suggest that it will come back to where it once started, is a faulty proof in its own logic. Oh, forgive me, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'll let you finish.
Right. Putting math and logic aside, is it possible that an infinite universe could return to where it once came from?
It's hard to say. The logic is still strange. You're not referring to eternal recurrence, are you?
I think I've heard of it, but I'm going to assume you'll explain it.
Eternal recurrence states that the life you live is cynical. Wait, what the fuck is that word?
I still hate that how, like, the menu's blocking the bottom here. That the life you live is cyclinal? Cyclinal.
And instead of having a finite end to it, such as dying and going to heaven, you instead live your life all over again, and there's nothing new in it.
Alright, but what if one day a man has memories of his previous life? Wouldn't he want to change some parts of his life to make things right?
Yes, it would only be natural for almost any human to do that. However, there are those who wouldn't want their life any other way.
Why would they do that?
They call it Amor Fati, or love of fate. She said it! She said it! For the sake of simplicity, it means that they wouldn't want their life any other way.
Don't bore me to death about loving your fate. I get it, it's the stoic hack of life.
If you know it, then what seems to be the problem? I understand you're going through a hard time right now.
You don't get it, Monica. I've lived this life over and over again. I only knew about Sayori's suicide because I've seen her die time and time again. I've seen her hang herself, jump off a roof, stab herself with a knife. I know you're at the heart of it all because you're the last person she ever talks to.
Stalin, that's nonsense!
Is it, Monica? You at least humored the idea. How else would I know all of this?
Maybe you passed out seeing her die for the first time and you're in a coma. Or you're in hell. Or maybe you are stuck in time.
No, that's...
Let me finish. But I'll assume that you're telling me the truth and that you are correct. You see, this is being cyclical. Cyclical.
I can't say that word. Cyclical? What does that even mean?
And that is going to be an eternity. But your memories carry over.
Yeah, and I'm losing my shit because of it.
Let me finish! This is a stretch, but that means your life is still linear. Meaning there is still an end to it all. I don't have an answer for you. Not now, or ever, if you say it's true.
That's it? Hey, it'll get better and it'll be over soon? Thanks for nothing.
Stalin, this is something no person could possibly be prepared for. I'm sorry I don't have everything you're hoping for, but no person could give you everything you want here.
It's selfish to expect more than what nature provides. I truly am alone. Hey, I know you two are having a great time, but we're closing now. Time to go.
Yeah.
The two of us walk out of the restaurant after making sure to leave our table as clean as when we got it. Well, this has been an interesting night. Agreed. But it doesn't mean it wasn't enjoyable. I guess. I'll see you later. Monica wishes me a farewell as I walk off. I still recall our conversation earlier. Monica, you always do it again and again. You never admit you're wrong. What is there to be wrong about? It's like, bruh. Sob story or not, it always ends like this. You always gotta have the last word. It's like, okay. Eventually, I make it back home and crash on the couch. It's like, bro, if they have some sort of plot twist where like Monica's actually like the secret bad guy this entire time, I will shove a dildo up my fucking ass. I'll take a 24-inch dragon dildo, shove it up my ass, and I will film it and post it on the hub for all y'all to see. I don't even bother turning on the lights. It's already late into the night as it is. But now that I think about it, I've learned so much from her. Maybe I was wrong about Monica. Lies. All lies. Who's there? Nothing. It's just my imagination. I really need to sleep. It's been a long, tedious weekend. I still don't know what happened Friday. Whose voice had spoken to me? Well, I'm at the meetup place. Although, for how punctual Monica sounded when we made these plans, I got here first. I'm more than a little surprised. I decided to sit down by a wall and wait. The sun cooks my face as the minutes pass. It's almost leather by the time someone else comes along. Oh dear, Stalin. I hope I'm not late. No, you're the second one here, in fact. I've been here for, I don't know how long. There's a clock there, but I haven't bothered looking at it. But it's been a while. Do you know if the others are on their way? I know Monica told Natsuki and I to meet at this time. She wouldn't dismiss her own plans like this. Oh, I imagine she's on her way. She's probably just preoccupied. That came off a bit more cynical than I wanted it to. Please don't catch on, Yuri. They will be here soon. None of us will miss a chance to see our friend. Since we're waiting out here, I brought some water. Thank you for the offer, Yuri, but I'll be fine. The wait shouldn't be long. Time goes on, I can already feel a sunburn developing. Natsuki showed up a while ago. The reunion wasn't exactly heartwarming. The only thing keeping them from screaming at each other is the fact that we're all here for the same reason. I can feel the tension as they glare at one another every once in a while. Should we just go and text Monica when we're going? Where we're going? I'm sure she'll be here soon. She's normally very on top of these sorts of things. Right. You've been saying this for the past 2 hours, Yuri. I really would have thought Monica would be here by now. We made plans and everything. I don't get it. There's no need to be so hard on her, Stalin. When hasn't Monica pulled through for us? You know what? If Monica wants to bail, that's her problem. I'm done waiting. You coming with, Natsuki? Sure, it means waiting out here in this heat. You coming with us, Yuri, or what? Okay, I'm coming with you. Let's tell Monica we're already on our way. I'm sure she'll understand. Number 3. Well, I stand up from the ground and lead the way. Hello? Stalin, you're back again? Here to visit Miss Sayori? Yes, I am. As are my friends here. That's wonderful. However, they can only allow one visitor at a time. What? Hospital rules. Oh. You go on ahead, Natsuki. Why don't you? Surely you have some advice you can give Sayori. I need to think about what I want to say to her. You've had all weekend. You're not one to procrastinate. So at least one thing. You don't want to be here. Of course I want to be here. I'm here to support Sayori. Sayori is my friend. You're not a good liar, you know that, right? Alright. Just go on ahead, Natsuki. If you insist. Natsuki walks off. Yuri takes a seat. I sit next to her. Well, I know I probably shouldn't. But I can't help. But I can't hurt. Oh, man. I think I know why Monica isn't here. Bro, there can't be much more of this, right? I thought this one would have gone by a lot faster. Why is that? I think what Monica had to do for me made a bigger impact in her life than I thought. So much in a way that it scares her. Well, whatever it is. It's probably best that Monica doesn't show up. Monica's half the reason Sayori is even here. Stalin, don't say that. Why shouldn't I? You have no right to accuse anyone. Even if Monica isn't an offender, the blame doesn't fall only on her shoulders. Why are you sucking up to Monica? Because I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for her. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? I wasn't always the person you see today. For most of my life, I was a sad, lonely little girl. The only real friends I had were the ones in my books. Sometimes when I was younger, I would hug a book in my sleep to ease the loneliness in my heart. As I got older, I developed a deep-rooted obsession with knives. I'd use chunks of my allowance to purchase a variety of them, and use my skin to test them. A couple of months later, and this had turned more into a form of catharsis. The feeling of the blade effortlessly carving through my skin could only be described as like an orgasm. And while it did help me cope with my issues for a while, I only felt more and more empty with each passing day. Until one day, someone offered for me to join their club. They were welcoming and kind, the first people I could truly call my friends. And for a time, my cutting stopped completely. Time passed, and I eventually showed my gratitude for them and opened up. I told them about my cutting problem, but then they ridiculed me and called me every name imaginable. I ran out of the clubroom in tears, telling myself from that moment forward that friendship was dead. The next day, I couldn't bring myself to talk to or even look at the people around me. I'd stare at my assignment, asking myself what the point of it all was, why I was even here. These questions lingered with me for weeks, torturing me until one Friday. That day, I had my best knife concealed snugly in my breast pocket, and I waited until the last class of the day. After the final bell rang, I wished my last remaining friend a nice weekend, and I took my leave to the bathroom. I stared at a while at the mirror. Their insults followed me there, echoing in my head, getting louder and louder until I hid myself in the stall, unable to look at myself anymore. It's like, yeah, hold up, I'll be back. Alright, sorry about that. Let's finish this, shall we? There can't be much more of this left. What? Maybe like 20 minutes. I reached my breast pocket and took out my knife, staring at it for a moment. I slashed it across my arm with all the anger my heart could summon, but nothing came from it. So I took the blade and angled it up at my chest and ended it all. I welcomed it deep into my body as blood showered down from my wounds. And I thought in that moment that my time was up, and I rejoiced. When I heard the bathroom door open, a shriek following right after. A second later, the stall door opened and I came in an unfamiliar face. Monica's. That's when I met her. She called for help and tried her best to stop the bleeding. And well, I'm sure you can fill in the gaps. Oh my god! Why are you telling me this? You wanted to know why I defended Monica. So I answered your question. There's just one last thing since I've told you this story. What is it? Yuri lifted the hem of her shirt up past her belly button. I could see the large scars stretching across her stomach. Eyes go wide. Dear God. Yuri hides her scars once again. No longer out for the world to see. Every morning I have to wake up and see this. It's a constant reminder to the person I once was, to the life I used to live. Number 2. I cannot go back in time and erase these scars, but I can decide what to do now. I can let it make me stronger, remind myself of the fragility that is a human life. That's what I strive to live for, to lead a better life. These scars of mine are a blessing in disguise. Taking my life was never the answer, but now the least I can do is build from my mistakes, learn from them, and teach others the error of my ways in the hopes that they do not repeat my own. I see. That's a beautiful way to look at it, Yuri. I'm totally not simping for you right now. I envy you, Yuri. You took the ugliest part of your life and made something beautiful out of it. Thank you. I see Natsuki coming back. Thank you for sharing this story with me. But you shouldn't be telling me this. Sayori needs to hear this more than I do. Okay. I'll be back soon. Natsuki came back. Yuri stood up and walked to see Sayori. Sayori certainly is a new person. Yeah, but what did it cost me? Don't worry about it too much. You're gonna end up like Yuri if you keep thinking like that. Yuri isn't so bad once you get to know her. Anyway, how was your visit? Great. She's a different person, but in a good way. Like, she isn't as childish as she used to be. Normally her quips and antics would piss me off. But we actually held a conversation far longer than we normally have. So, I'd say there's nothing to worry about. Any word from Monica yet? Let me see. I reach in my pocket and pull out my phone. There's a text. From Monica! She says she's on her way. She'll be here soon. Monica wouldn't bail on us, especially at a time like this. Weirdly enough, it feels sort of nostalgic to see Sayori again. Well, I'm glad you had a good time with Sayori. She needs this chance to see her other friends. I imagine it's been really hard for her. But it's also gotta be hard for you too, right? I mean, you learn your best friend has been contemplating suicide for a long while. Yeah. It's torture. Oh, it's torture. I haven't been getting anywhere as much as sleep as I used to. Man, I could use some sleep right now. Countless nights I hear Sayori's cries as I close my eyes. You don't have to tell me anymore. I know this is hard for you, so I won't make you describe every little detail. Thank you. But you need to take care of yourself too. Relax. Take things easy. I wish I could. I honestly wish I could take things easy. I see Yuri return from her visit. She seems relieved. I have to go now, Natsuki. Ah, that was like the best part so far. Just Natsuki moments. It's like, amen, amen, brother. Yeah, man. Like, I'm excited to see her, but I can't help but remember that she's here because I took her here without a choice. Am I feeling guilt? I shouldn't be feeling this. Maybe talking to her will help. I knock on her door. She opens it.
Stalin!
Sayori lunges at me with a warm, tight hug.
It's good to see you again. I got so worried when I didn't see you yesterday.
I know. They wouldn't let me come by. But hey, I'm here today and I'll be here tomorrow. And I'll be here when you're ready to leave.
It's really good to hear. And I have good news. You don't have to worry anymore.
Why is that?
You don't have to put on this calm, stoic persona anymore. You can be at ease now. I know this is hard for you. I know you're worried about me. But it's fine now. The doctors tell me the treatment so far seems like a resounding success all around. When you get finished, they're going to reevaluate me. I might be coming home sooner than I thought. When I'm done, I want you to get some help.
That's wonderful news, Sayori.
Yeah. And on another note, this experience only strengthens my resolve to inspire younger generations.
Resolve, Sayori.
Yeah, that. I still have a lot of progress to go through. I still have medications to take and appointments to attend.
It's like, little does MC know she will kill herself on Wednesday. She'll just push it back a couple days. No worries. Let's see.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, but now the groundwork has been laid out. You'll be a new you before you know it.
You think so?
I know so. Can I get something off my chest first?
What is it?
I'm sorry there's nothing else I could have done. This is all I had left. This was my last resort.
Stalin? Don't beat yourself up over it. I know it was hard for you, but Monica helped me realize that some things are necessary in life.
Of course Monica told you that. Monica always has the answer. Yeah, and MC is, like, the worst.
Stalin? Why do you have to be so bitter about Monica?
Yeah, why? I don't want to get into it. Actually, how about actually do get into it, because I don't know either. She literally has done nothing except speak nothing but facts and logic. Just keep working towards getting better, alright?
Fine.
There will be another time. Now it just isn't the time. You promised yourself freedom from this cursed existence, but you'll find no salvation in this path. Ah.
Eh? What's wrong?
Don't worry about it.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I believe my time is up anyway. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, before you do, come closer.
Okay. I walk closer to closer to her.
Closer?
Okay. I come closer to her, now in hugging distance. What's this about?
I wanted to say thank you.
Oh no. Well, alright, taking bets. Does she kill herself now or tomorrow? I say probably now. Sayori wraps her arms around me and pulls me in, resting her head on my shoulder. Didn't she literally do something similar to this last time? Before she jumped off the fucking roof? This feels so nice and warm, but why does it make me shiver? Again, because the same thing happened last time. We stand there motionless for a few moments. All I could feel was this strange emptiness. In the end, I realized I have achieved nothing, and that I'm at a journey's end. Sorry, Sayori. I step away from Sayori and leave the room. How'd it go? We're at the end now. You can all go home now. Ow! You heard me. Go home.
But I just got here.
Well, if it isn't Monica, my great benefactor. You really took your time, didn't you? Did you spend all that time sucking up to God, hoping he'll fix Sayori?
A bit rude, don't you think?
It's like, yeah, it's like, we're a cringe MC.
I truly am sorry I'm late. I'm here now, and that's all that matters.
As if. You really think your little pep talk is going to help her? You're also ignorant of Sayori's condition. If you think you know everything, then fine, go talk to her. I didn't bother leaving Monica with a goodbye. I just got up and left. The rest of the club seemed to have already left. Guess our schism scared them away. Fine by me. Right, Simpsy's just the worst. It's the day of the festival. That is like the dawn of the last day. Of all days, I expect this one to be the day. But all I can feel is death's presence looming over. While the club may not be together, I still make an effort to go around and talk to them. I look around and see all the same attractions. I see Natsuki speaking with the culinary students. Yuri's over with some other bookworms under a tree. I take a seat on a nearby bench and take in the scene. What a day to be alive. I know the sun's still shining when I close my eyes and Monica's here.
Hey. Do you have a minute?
No, I was just on my way. I'm not supposed to be here anyway.
Off to see Sayori?
It's all I can do. I walk off, hoping Monica will just leave me be.
Back again? Here to see Sayori?
Yeah?
Well, today's your lucky day.
There is no such thing as luck. Luck is just God smiling favor on those he thinks needs it. And there is no God. Bruh. That is just cringe. Like, this dude really is just the top guy at r/atheism, the top mod. Like always, I'm standing at her door. I couldn't help but notice a strange whispering sound. Yeah, MC's being cringe again. He's been nothing but cringe ever since the second loop. Pretty much ever since his stream started. At least the first time around, it was like, yeah, he read the gay signs. We like, haha, funny moment. But now it's just like, bro. Just stop. Stop. I couldn't help but notice a strange whispering sound. Like someone inside was having a panic attack. I instinctively opened the door by the handle and open it. I have a feeling I know what is going to be behind this door, because as I said, I looked into the mod assets folder when I go to make these thumbnails, and well, I saw some interesting things in there, and let's just see if I'm right. Sayori?
Stalin? You didn't knock.
I'm sorry. I heard some strange noises and I freaked out.
Oh, that must be my MP3 player.
They let you have one? Since when?
After you left yesterday. I spoke to my doctor and they took me off the suicide watch. So they trust me to be on my own more so than when I was first here.
Okay, so it looks like I was wrong. I thought it was gonna be like some freaky shit or something that was gonna be behind the store. But where'd you get it?
I asked nicely.
Okay. So, were you listening to music or what?
I've been listening to a book.
What kind of book have you been reading?
It's a fantasy series Yuri told me about. Something about souls, bonfires, and insurmountable odds. She says it helped her get out of a rough spot.
I can only imagine which one.
Hey, why don't we get something to eat?
We, as in you and I, as in me and you, eh?
Yep, they'll let me be out on my own now. Plus, I got you to watch me.
Lead the way. Well, we already know, we know where this is gonna go. Sayori takes me by the hand excitedly, and we walk out the door. We eat and laugh and have the time of our lives. A wave of nostalgia washes over me as we retreat back to our old banter and antics. I forgot how fun it really was to be around Sayori. Her warm, soft hand pressing against my own, the smell of vanilla in her hair, the cute pig-like noises she makes as she eats, her bright smile that would fill any person with sunshine. I wouldn't trade it for the world. But the day has to end at some point, and we know what happens at the end of the day. Everything. Everything has an end. Just like this stream is gonna have an end soon, now I'm gonna go to sleep. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Yeah, you're gonna get. I'm gonna sing this entire part. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken, and I hung my head and cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Please don't take her away. Please, God. Rest easy, Sayori. It's all over. I lift up her body and set her down on the bed. It's almost time. Time for me to go. I love you, Sayori. I lean down and kiss her on the forehead. I sit back down and look at the four walls around me. This is it. This is where it all comes to a close. I close my eyes and wait. But before I could go any further, I hear the door open quietly. I see a hand reach out for the switch. The light flickers on.
How? Oh my god!
See, like, this is the asset that I was talking about. This is what I was talking about right here. This, like, get out of my head stuff. Hello. Come to see Sayori, eh?
Stalin! She's dead!
I'm done for, I'm afraid. There's nothing that can be done.
Let's get you out of here. You should see a doctor.
There's nothing you can do. So, yeah, just a normal No, this is a normal Monday. Because this all happens on Monday. There's nothing you can do. I have failed in my mission. All I can do now is play out this purgatorial nightmare. She has such a beautiful smile, doesn't she?
You're losing your mind. Let's get...
I am? Am I, Monica? I know the future, Monica. I know all the futures. I can see the paths and streams of destiny tracing out into the divine beyond. This is my curse. To wander the earth for eons seeking forgiveness for my failures. I live in a prison of my own demise. I'm lost in time. Leave me be. I'll go back and lose my sanity even further. I just want to be alone.
No, I can't leave you here.
Annika grabs my hand and tries to pick me up, but I remain limp. You will never get it.
Stalin,
I go back.
stay with me.
Sayori dies.
Look at me, Stalin.
Darkness. Coming. I feel my body give in and send me back to where I started. The eternal hourglass of my life turns up and down forever. I'm sorry, Sayori.
I need an anime girl that be fucking with me. A little badass bitch that get down on her knees, screaming out senpai while she taking the D. Baby girl, I'ma have you yelling kimochi. I need an anime girl that be fucking with me. A little badass bitch that get down on her knees, screaming out senpai while she taking the D. Baby girl, I'ma have you yelling kimochi.